want to impress your colleagues? No problem. Call them over and cook them a feast that they're never going to forget. How about a roast leg of lamb with the works? Let's start off by chopping up some vegetables. We've chopped up some leeks and some celery for the base for the leg of lamb. Next, we have some carrots and then some onions. Just a couple of more onions. And next, what we're going to do is going to make this sensational marinade for the leg of lamb. Next is right here, spread all over the tray. Let's hit the marinade. Let's start off by blending this parsley into the blender along with some garlic and some ginger. I have some nice brown sugar over here, so just a little sugar in this as well. Some cracked black pepper. Because I like to take the salt and nicely put it onto the leg of lamb. Next, onto the marinade, some red chili powder, some nice jeera, roasted cumin powder, and garam masala. Awesome. And one of my favorite herbs, which always goes very well with lamb, is rosemary. Wow! A bit of olive oil and the mystery ingredient, apple juice. Make sure that you ask your butcher to make some nice gashes for you, okay? I think we're pretty done. Now, let's spoon it over this. Making sure that it's going right inside those gashes. Yes. Now, it's time for some massage. And we're going to rest this beautiful leg of lamb on top, and we're going to cover it with a foil nicely tucked in, and it cooks slowly and beautifully at about 160 to 170 for about 2.5 hours. Next, let's take the lamb into the oven. Leg of lamb in the oven. Now it's time to do the trimmings, that is the zucchini and the peppers. Let's start. What I'm doing now is actually I'm just trimming the bell peppers, and then I'm going to cut them into like big triangular chunks. Now for the yellow squash. Whenever I cook with zucchini or yellow squash, what I like to do is I like to take a little bit of these seeds and the pith out, because otherwise it gets a bit too watery. Similarly with the green zucchini. Enough of color, enough of taste, enough of flavor. Now it's time to season it. So I've got some salt, cracked black pepper, some ginger. Oh, I found some garlic. Some garlic, just bashed up like this. Thodi si rosemary and some olive oil. Now give this a little shake. and into the oven for about 11 minutes. Yes. Brilliantly roasted peppers and zucchini. I'm going to leave them right at the back, let them rest while I start with my potatoes next. My potatoes for the roast leg of lamb are almost on the boil. I need to season them right now. As you can see, these potatoes have been cut about 2 centimeters thick. These are going to be kind of par-blanched. Some butter now. Some thyme. And now the onions. A little bit of salt and pepper. Oh, amazing. Okay, give this a stir and let it cover it and let them cook beautifully. While on the other side, I'm going to fry up the potatoes. A nice pot to cook these potatoes. Some butter in the pot as well, along with a little bit of olive oil. And now for these potatoes. A little bit of cracked black pepper. I'm not putting any more salt in this because if you remember, I had already put salt. Now I'm going to cover this and take a look at my onions now. Oh, fabulous. Oh. And now my onions are perfectly ready to be added to the potatoes. The potatoes are almost getting there. Now covering them, simmering them for about 2 to 3 minutes, and we have the most beautiful potatoes with onions ready for our lamb. Yes. Time to cover them again. Need 2 or 3 minutes to finish. My lamb is perfectly ready. Let me get the lamb out first. Yes, my peppers and courgettes are going on the platter first, nicely arranged on one side. This epic leg of lamb has been roasting beautifully, slowly, for about 2 to 2.5 hours at 170 degrees. Let's take a look now. Oh yes, fabulous. So I'm just going to put it onto my spatula. Yes, my potatoes with onions have taken about 15 to 16 minutes to cook, and I think now they are perfectly ready. Let's take a look. Give them a little stir. Beautiful. And finish them with some freshly chopped parsley. Oh yes. Place them right next to the lamb. A little bit of parsley now. Some nice rosemary and some thyme. A little decoration, a little bit of love. Oh, beautiful. Look at my slow cooked roast leg of lamb with roasted peppers and zucchini along with some sauteed potatoes with some onions.